really learning like, oh my God, I'm not shit. You know, I thought I was the shit, and it's like, but now like I am in my own right, you know, and I realizing that everyone's very good at being them. I can't be this artist because they're just being themselves, and they can't be me because I'm me. Once you learn that, all that like comparing shit is out the window.
That's the next. That's the level up from it. Exactly. You can't do this. I can't do that. I can't do that. That doesn't make me less because you can't do this.
Yeah, real talk. You can't look at it like that. Like, it's all subjective too. At the end of the day, like I could be like, this is technically the best rapper.
Right.
But if I play a song, you might not like it.
Right.
You might want to hear what this artist makes, and it's like, it's all subjective.
Welcome to Outside the Algorithm, where you'll find a universe of independent voices. I am your host, Samuel Patrick, and today I'd like to introduce you to ZooDeVille. He is an MC and videographer based out of Los Angeles, California. We linked up a few days after I got to LA via the homie Jon Glass. The studio is extra raw in this one. We're still figuring out where we were putting the cameras, how to decorate it, all that good stuff. But the connections and conversations have always been the focus here. And this convo with Zoo highlights that for sure. We bonded over our love of music and the people we've met making it. Artists, you'll find some gems inside, and fans will get a closer look at the man who's often behind the camera. In this intro, we talk about the friends he's met making music, how the journey took him from writing raps every day in his bedroom to shooting music videos, and how he killed his ego along the way. If you'd like to hear even more, our members have access to the full conversation, and so can you by clicking the link in the description. It's free to join, and we've got plenty of exclusives on the way. You'll also get all our past episodes of Outside the Algorithm, including our most recent with Teddy Roxbin, as well as Yoshi Vintage, AJ the One, and more. Without further ado, ZooDeVille.
ZooDeVille.
What's poppin'?
We're here.
Come on.
What's going on, man?
Not much, bro. Just had an off day, and you hit me up about this. I'm like, this is perfect right before a show.
Fire.
Just been working, really, you know.
Yeah.
I got this whole week booked, so I'm glad we were able to make this happen, for real.
This is fire. I am too. And shout out to you for being willing. We got to shout out Jon Glass, because
Come on. Hell yeah.
this is probably, I think this is night 7 for me in LA. And there's people I made plans with in advance. And what I've been learning is, I don't want to say that they're flaky, but the way LA operates is very like last minute, maybe this and that. So it's like, I got to reach out to some more people. And I hit Glass, and I was like, who do you? I was like, you must know people out here.
And
everyone he tapped me in with responded in like 2 minutes, and was like, bet, I'm with it, let's go.
That's
like,
so far.
Because some people don't, you got to explain the vision. They're like, what? You want to pull up and maybe. But you were like, let's go. I'm free.
Always down for conversation, for real. That brought a smile to my face, just seeing that he hit you up about that. I'm like, what? That's dope. That's really cool.
And that is cool. And that's why music's awesome, man.
Yeah, no, I've met so many people through this shit. It's like, it's a blessing. It really fucking is. Like, I'm not even from LA. I'm like from the Bay. So it's like, I moved out here 2 years ago. As soon as I moved out here, everything went like fast forward. Like, I was already coming down here like for years, since high school, doing shows, backyard shows, venue shows, whatever, and I was coming down here all the time. So like, by the time I came out here, I already had like a network of people like to tap in with. And yeah, man, it's all been just a blessing, really.
Fire.
For real.
That's the way to look at it too, man.
No, yeah, it's what's the word? I appreciate more the connections I made with people more than the actual music. Just because it's like, I think it's bigger than music. It's like my best friends now I met through music. Like, you feel me? Like, everyone from high school that I was cool with, I don't see anymore, you know? Like, they're back home, you know? So it's like I have a new circle, and it's all through music, you feel me? And it's like, now we like do shit outside of music together and stuff. So I very much appreciate like what it's brought outside of just like notoriety or whatever.
Yeah. No, I feel that 100%. Yeah, that's cool.
Even this, like, bro, I'm in a fucking van right now.
This wouldn't happen.
It's like this, I've never been in a van that's set up like this in my life. So it's like, this is really dope, you know?
Thank you.
Super fire.
And that's been cool too, because this was all, I'm a similar story where like nothing I've done would have really been possible without music. Like, because I've done the road trip without the van, you know, meet someone at a show, and next thing I know, oh yeah, we have a couch, like stay here, like, and it's like you're kind of good all over the country, honestly, if you can make music.
Bro, because people, I could go to New York and have a place to crash type shit. Like, and if I didn't, I would
find one.
Bro, like my whole life I've always wanted to go to New York, my whole life, and music brought me out there, you know, and those are like, I've been outside the country for music type stuff, and it's like that would have never happened. You know, like I would have no excuse to be in a different country really, besides just Mexico where my family's from. Besides that, it's like I was in Colombia and the Dominican Republic. It's like I have no business over there. I don't know anybody. Like, you feel me? But it's like being brought with people that have things to do. Then I meet people over there, really cool people, and it's like now if I go, I know who to hit up, and I have something to do out there. That's dope. You know, and it's like all through music, all through like me just staying in my room in high school and making music. Do that, like,
yeah, you gotta have the staying in the room part first, though.
Yo, for real, no, real talk. Like, you know, like I missed out on a lot of like hangouts with my friends. Like they hung out a lot, and I would see it like on social media, whatever. And I didn't even feel left out, because I'm like, I'm doing something right here that's just like keeping me occupied, that I love. You know, I was just writing music every day. I would make music and stuff. So it's just crazy to think that, like, I always look at it like, so I've been doing it since 2009, and nothing really worked financially for me till 2017. I could have quit like in 2013, just been like, man, nothing's working. But it's like, I just love doing it. So it's like, I would have kept doing it regardless. I'd be doing it still now if I wasn't paying me or nothing. Like, it's just what I like doing. I don't see myself doing anything else. Like, I don't know. I'd probably just rot away watching TV or something, you know? Like, I don't know. But yeah, it is all a blessing for sure.
Yeah, and the patience is good too, man, because it's like, I mean, I go through that like as recently as like a week ago, where I'm like, what are we even doing? Like, should we keep going? Like, because it can be weird where it can, you don't want it to be like an ego thing, right? Where it can feel good and be like, oh, you're dope, this and that, but the money, like, just, it doesn't line up, doesn't line up, and you're like, am I insane? Like, what?
That's one thing you have to learn, you know, because it's going to take a minute for the money to come. You know? And it takes a lot of work. It's more than just making music. You got to make connections. You got to do a lot of things outside of it. So it's a thing you just got to learn, you know. And moving out here defeated my ego in a good way, because it was like, I'm from a small town, so I can safely say I'm the dopest in my city, and it's because it's so small, so it's not like I have much competition. But coming from that and feeling like I'm the best, coming out here and everyone I know is the best. It's like, they're good at this, and it's like, yo, I ain't shit, but in a good way. Like, it made me like get better being around other people that are better at other things, and I could take from that, like, in this, and now I'm like even better now, you know. Because there's some people that like will see other artists as competition, as opposed to like, that's someone you can learn from and bounce off energies with. And that's how I look at it, you know. It's like, no one's better than the whole program, you know. It's like, you could be popping right now, but 2 years later you probably non-existent, and then now this person's popping. Like, nothing's guaranteed for anybody, so it's like, I look at it like, I'm not bigger than anyone, no one's bigger than me. Like, something can happen to you tomorrow where your fan base just don't fuck with you no more, and then all those things that inflated your ego are just gone. I moved here in 2019, but in 2017 I started shooting music videos for people. So then that brought in money, and then I realized, well, music in general doesn't make that much money. Like, even like for big artists, it's like they really should be getting more money, and there's like more money in other businesses. But 2017 I started shooting videos, and it happened out of necessity. Like in 2009, I was recording my own music, and then realized like, okay, I need a music video. But I'm from a small town. There isn't anyone I know that shoots music videos. So I saved up, I got a camera, and then I would I would like record 20 seconds of the movement that I want, hand it and show it to my friend, like, hey, just move the camera like this. This is kind of what I want. And then through doing that a lot, I realized, like,
wild, dude.
Yeah, through doing that, I'm like, yo, I got like an eye for it. Like I just knew, you know. And I didn't go out of my way to shoot for people till like 2017. You know, the first video I shot was for a friend of mine named Rob Anthony from San Diego. Well, he's from out here, but he lives in San Diego. So I drove from my hometown to San Diego. It was like 8 hours in a pickup truck to shoot a video for free because I've just been listening to him. I love this music, and it's like I just want to scratch this itch that I have to shoot, you know. And that was the first video I ever did for somebody. Drove 8 hours, shot it, and then came back, you know. And then it's been
and now you're paying the bills with it.
Yeah, and I've been dropping shit since MySpace.
Okay.
Like, I was dropping shit on MySpace.
See, it doesn't work for everybody. There were some people that did that, and
yeah, I could not get popping on MySpace to save my life. Like I wanted so many plays. I remember I got my first 100 plays on MySpace and thought I was the shit. I'm like, this is crazy. 100 people plus play all this shit. That's crazy. Now it's like. It's just the goals get bigger and bigger. You know, like I remember for a long time was like I want to get 1,000 views on a video on the first day, and that didn't happen until like 2011. So 2 years later, it was like I dropped a video and it got 1,000 in one day, like in 24 hours. And then I was like, it just a slow, gradual rising. As soon as I did videos and moved out here, just fast forward. Like crazy, you know.
That's fire.
Yeah. When I was in high school, dude, all I did was make music every day. I didn't care. I never went to none of the dances, none of the proms, nothing. I just stayed in my room, dude, just making music. That's all I gave a fuck about, you know? So I'm just happy I stuck to my gut and, you know, just kept doing what I wanted.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. Huge shout out to ZooDeVille. We did this about an hour, maybe 2 after we even found out about each other's existence. Really appreciate him being open to the idea and pulling up and having a genuine conversation like that. That's the type of energy I like for real. Stay tuned for a clip from the full interview after this. And if you want to hear more about Zoo and his approach to music, that full convo is in the link below. By joining, you'll also ensure that new videos, music, etc. will be delivered right to your inbox. It's the best way to really step outside the algorithm. We drop member exclusives and a newsletter with music and videos every single month. Thanks again to ZooDeVille, the whole LFOD fam, and all of our members for making this possible. I'll catch you next time. Peace.
And the way I pick beats is only like, I'll only rap on a beat if I could think visually something, like when I'm hearing it. If I can't think anything visually when I'm listening to the beat, I'm not rapping on it. So I always make songs thinking of the whole package. I'm thinking like, how would the music video to look to this beat? Okay, now, how do I want to look when I'm rapping in that video? Okay, that's how I'm gonna rap. I think about that.
Wow,
like the whole, even if I'm not shooting a video to it, I still think about the whole picture, you know.
Okay. Word.
And it's a bad habit too, because sometimes I'll make a song and be like, damn, I won't shoot a video to this though. Like, even though I do see a video to it, like I don't see it in my schedule, so I'm not gonna do it. And I feel
like just scrap the song?
Yeah, just because I know it won't release. And it's like, that's a bad habit. It's like, I should just make to make.
Right.
And who knows what happens. I might end up liking it towards the end of the process.
Right.
I'm just trying to learn bad habits, unlearn them, and seeing what works.
Positivity is a better movement. Let us do this. Level up and get into this evolution. Revolutionary method music. Get us choosing everything but less excuses. Shout out to the kings and queens with everything to lose. They never lose it.